Welcome to God Crimes.
A podcast that is working on a new opening line.
Yes.
To be determined.
We have a number of things that we're really excited to start implementing in to the show. We definitely owe our listeners a little life update.
Hi, crew. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
It's so good to be back.
And if you're listening to this in the future, then thanks for just listening to the next episode.
We appreciate it. You may not know this, but there has been something of a gap.
A sabbatical.
We have been on sabbatical.
We don't actually know what that means, and we didn't bother to look it up.
No, I intentionally did not Google it. But I would say that we've been on sabbatical for nigh on 8 months. I want to say.
Something like that.
Something like that.
No, because Christmas. We released our Christmas-ode. Any hoozles. The biggest thing that happened in our little lives is we bought a house.
We bought a house!
So we have an official God Crimes studio space. Right now we are literally recording at the kitchen table like you do.
Just like you do. It's no big deal. It's no big thing.
Sooner than later, we will actually have a little home office / studio, so that's very exciting. And yeah, as millennials, we are extremely grateful that we were able to pull this off. It was a difficult task, and we had to find a very weird little house that other
very
people
funky
didn't want.
Yep, no one else wanted it.
But we were like, yes, perfect, our lair.
Yes. You know, one doesn't want to give up the game to their, income level, et cetera, but, just to give the listeners a little glimpse into our lives, I want to say that this house, it was only very unreasonable in 2016 prices. Is that good?
Very unreasonable in 2016.
It was very unreasonable. It was obscenely unreasonable in 2016. Let's put it that way. I don't know enough about the real estate market to really have an informative touchstone here, but we're just gonna go with that. It's a fixer-upper,
yes.
And we have been living in it and working on it. I've been working on it and just remodeling it. There's a couple aspects of the house that made prospective buyers scream and run away.
In particular, the bathroom was incredibly tiny and weird. And one fun thing about Danny is he knows how to do tile work and actually really loves working with tile and stone. And so he's our super fixer-upper man. And that was, as you can guess, just such a huge life transition. We were moving. We had to move in the middle of a rainstorm. So that was fun. It literally rained for 7 days nonstop here, which is actually extremely uncommon in this area of Montana. Mm-hmm. But we made it happen, and now we are here, and we have learned a lot about podcasting since we started this journey, and we are more committed than ever to this project. It might not seem like that since we took some time off, but again, to future listeners who didn't experience the break, it's only been a week.
Yeah. No, it's a funny thing because if we look back to when our first episode was released, it's probably over a year ago at this point.
Just about a year, yeah.
Yeah, just about a year ago. So can I say, hey, we've been doing this for a year?
Yay!
Technically, that's true.
First birthday of God Crimes did happen.
Birthday. Oh, happy B-Day, G-Crimes.
Happy B-Day, G-Crimes.
I'm proud of you.
Just growing up, just starting to walk, hopefully, this next year. That's our goal.
So in other news of very important life updates, we went and we saw The Odyssey by Chris Nolan.
Yes, this is the kind of thing that Danny thinks is a very important life update.
Okay. Bought a house, saw The Odyssey.
Saw The Odyssey. It was really, really good. I wasn't sure, when you have a bunch of famous people on the screen, big budget, I'm always a little skeptical. I'm never 100% sure. I've been disappointed by enough big budget films that I just always go in with low expectations because I feel like it helps me enjoy the experience more. And that's definitely what happened with The Odyssey, except it was way better than I could have ever guessed. I mean, you could tell that they left it all in the field and they put it all down and whatever other metaphors and sayings people have.
Yes, you go to the film and you just see every single dollar is on the screen.
Yes.
That was one thing that jumped out at me. Just like the set pieces, they were so huge. I felt like they actually built the ancient city of Troy just to burn it down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alerts for a 3,000-year-old story. So, I want to quickly jump to our very next topic today. I think that there's a lot of questions that you can ask a lot of JWs. So I came up with some interview questions that I thought would be kind of interesting to ask other JWs. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we just run me through these questions?
Nice.
Yeah. So, can I pass you this? I'm going to pass you this.
Ooh, this is live action, folks.
This is live action. Maya has not heard of these questions, and we're just going to run through them.
I recently discovered that I have a great news anchor voice, so I'll use it for here.
Oh, yes, please.
Tonight, 5 p.m. at God Crimes headquarters, we've got Danny Johnson willing to share some much-needed information with us about... In the new world, will God make the skies always sunny and 75?
Based on what I've been told, that is a resounding yes.
All right.
I like that bit. It's fun.
Good. Yes, the newscaster voice is certainly going to return. Yes. It feels so good to do it. I don't know why. You're just like, suddenly I am smarter and better than everyone else in the room.
Whoa. I can feel it.
Thank you. So, Danny, what do you think about being raised in a cult?
Well, it's a strange thing to be raised in a cult. I think that the event that really made me kind of feel that was coming out of it and then just kind of joining regular society, right? Or beginning to be a part of it.
Yeah, like when you leave something is often when you realize just how much you were involved in something. So otherwise it just feels normal. It feels like normal day-to-day life.
Yeah. So what's so interesting about the JWs is they are obsessed with their image. Mm-hmm. And they are obsessed with appearing like they're normal people and that they're a normal group. They have like rules for the kind of attire and grooming that you can have when you're going and you're visiting their headquarters, various Bethel places around the world. And another thing, so they appear very normal. They try to just make their people look like everybody else. But of course, they're devoid of tattoos. They have been absolutely tattoo-less for the longest time. And of course, one of the most telling things is they recently allowed their men to have facial hair.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. They were limited just to the stashes, but they finally were like, you know what? We're going to like overturn this like 100-year-old rule or whatever to allow their people to have facial hair.
Yeah, and I remember when that happened because we were already together when that happened, and it was pretty enraging for you and your brother because you guys grew up always, you got to be clean shaven every day. There is no alternative. That is just period. Like, and then for them to just come out and be like, well, God has told us that suddenly beards are totally cool.
Yeah, Razorburn was practically another sibling in my family. Practically. And it's just so weak of them to like
totally
give up their principled stances to like in an attempt to appeal to people. But it's just one of those things where whenever they relax a control, it just kind of makes you aware, oh shit, they're controlling the people, So it's just like one step forward, two steps back. It kind of makes people ask that question, wait a minute, why were we allowing this organization to tell us what we can and cannot do with our faces?
Yeah, totally. It puts questions in people's minds. It doesn't really do what they're hoping. Like they're hoping, oh, okay, we're going to be really cool and we're going to relax this rule and then people will like us more, right? And the youth will be more involved in our religion. It's like, not really. It mostly just points out to people how controlling and weird you were before.
Precisely. But yeah, to get back to it, I would say coming out of a cult, it's kind of interesting to learn about kind of like the business of other cults, I guess, right? Like it's really interesting for me to learn about other cults, you know? I would say anyone that self-describes their experience as having been in a cult, I kind of accept that at face value. So if someone, like if a Mormon tells me that they were in a cult, I'm like, okay, that's a culty experience. And then there's other small groups and stuff like that. But then not even just religious cults. Like there's really all types of cults. It's a spectrum of cultiness. And it's so neat to just see the like framework that is, that just kind of shows up in other types of belief thingies. Yeah.
They all have the same tactics. That's what's wild. You go from the biggest religious extremist groups all the way down to the littlest, weirdest, you know, the ones that we like Heaven's Gate, little ones, little with their weird. They have idiosyncrasies. Oh my God, that's a hard word.
That's a hard word.
You do it.
Idiosyncrasies? Damn it.
He couldn't do it.
Idiosyncrasies? I'm going to say syncrasies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Another word I'm not going to Google.
I'm not going to attempt to say that again. But yeah, just little differences.
Quirks. Little quirks.
There you go. That's a nice normal word.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, little quirks. But the core, the core manipulation and coercion tactics remain the same, just with different decor, like different wrapping, same techniques. Same shame structure and communal structure, and communal narcissism is, I want to do a whole episode discussing that because it's fascinating how that comes into play. That's something that all of these groups, from small to big, on the whole culty spectrum, they use similar and same tactics. And I find that really fascinating. It's like obviously works really well. There is basically a cult playbook. So we got off topic a little. The original question was, what do you think about being raised in a cult? And you were discussing how leaving the group kind of made you realize, like, think back into time.
Yeah. So when you're being raised in it, like, you have no other frame of reference. So it just kind of seems extremely normal. Like, it's so weird that you can, like, raise a child in, like, a very bizarre circumstance, and then they will just think that it's normal. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, just a lot of restrictions, a lot of unnecessary, pointless restrictions that, as we've talked about in the past, are just set up so as to extract labor, a lot of free labor out of their young folks, their young people. But yeah, like I say, just exiting a cult, exiting the Jehovah's Witnesses made me very aware of like other cult-like areas in society that exist. Like, you know, in this country, in the United States, there are people that subscribe to like a political cult or like a cult of personality. Mm-hmm. And it was really strange because Jehovah's Witnesses are strictly politically neutral. Like, you are not even allowed to have political opinions. So when I left, I thought, well, you know, I want to participate in society. And like when I was going through school, I developed a love for representative democracy. You know, like there's this great writing that came from the Enlightenment period. I can't remember who said it, but the idea was like the democratic process was the greatest gift that mankind had ever given itself. Previously, of course, a person would claim to have authority from God, and then they would claim rulership over the people. And so the idea with like democracy is, hey, you know what? Instead of that, how about we have a system of government that's, you know, by the people, for the people. Like, that's just a very beautiful idea.
Yeah, the concept of that, for sure.
Yeah.
It's clearly difficult, I think, for humans to actually, like, follow through with that. Obviously, like, we're still trying to figure it out, how to, like, effectively and equitably actually have democracy. And something I noticed when you were saying that is like, oh, yeah, to have basically kings mm-hmm. who hear stuff from God and then give it to the people sounds a lot like what a cult does. Like, that's basically like an oligarchy. Cults are oligarchy / monarchies. There's either the one leader or there's like the 12. There's like the head, the group of leaders, and they're the ones that really are in control of everyone else. So it actually kind of makes sense, too, for lots of reasons, including that the JDubs would not be interested in the democratic process because it sort of inherently says, you have a say in things. You should use your mind to think about things, right? You should make a choice for who you are voting for. And they don't want you to do any of those things.
No, it's really interesting to me that the witnesses have maintained this strict neutrality policy when it comes to politics. I think basically like the witnesses have made poor choices in the past that have like really harmed their ability to like spread like a cancer as successfully as other groups. And I think that they're kind of, their strict neutrality policy is one of those mistakes, basically. Like there's a lot of other religious groups in the U.S. that have kind of picked up the weapon that was just sitting there on the table, and I'm like really glad that the witnesses have not utilized said weapon.
The weapon of politics.
Yes.
Absolutely. So speaking of politics, I'll throw out another interview question here. Have your politics been at all influenced by having been part of the religion?
Yes. Let me answer this really on a surface level. We're not going to get into it too much, but here we go. I think a lot about the promises that the Jehovah's Witnesses made to me and then all of their believers. One of the things that they're known for is promising life on a paradise earth, So I think a lot of hay is made in their promises for like a clean environment. They also promise that people will come back from the dead, like you will see your dead loved ones again. And then they also promise perfect health as well. So and then one other thing is like everyone will have like really satisfying work and no one will be kind of wanting anything, right? So everyone's going to have
working
like housing.
9 to 5.
Trying to make a living. Oh boy. Anyway.
Don't get to relax, even though we're in the afterlife.
Right. But they promise life on a paradise earth, health, housing, satisfying work, and enough resources for everybody.
Sounds great.
Right. And so like in a sense, like good stuff for people has like kind of informed a lot of my politics, people want to extend their lives. I'm all for that. I'm all for people having healthcare, of course. And like, I would support policies that make healthcare easier for everyone to get. Same thing with housing, So of course, Jehovah's Witnesses are, as everyone knows, they are miseducated. They are discouraged from attaining higher education, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't think a lot of witnesses are like a great source of political ideas. I mean, until maybe they get an education.
Of course not.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they would need to educate themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people aren't.
A lot of people, are not like really qualified to talk on all this stuff. And I'm not either. But like, I just kind of wanted to share that like there are a number of beliefs that have survived my deconstruction of my belief system. And some of those things are like, I think everyone should have food. I think everyone should have a place to live. And I think that like, the strong, I don't want to say that. I think I want to say people that are doing really well in a country, like it's a really good thing to kind of be like Jesus and like feed the poor and support, poor folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just kind of where I've landed.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Like you're translating the positive parts of the message into reality. So instead of only the J-dubs should get nice things after everyone else is murdered and eaten by their pets.
Right.
It's like, well, in reality, like we should figure out healthcare for people because people deserve to be taken care of. And like there are so many things that really should just be like baseline, basic parts of living in a society that a lot of countries have figured out, and we are still struggling. I have hope. I think, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back tends to be the way that things go. Mm-hmm. And we might be on the back step at the moment, but I see lots of good things happening. And I believe in the capacity of humanity. I really do. I think there's a lot of really kind, smart, awesome humans that do care. like us. And yeah, if we all care, I think like genuine care does inform a lot of your choices as a person. So it really does matter. Like caring about other people and caring about the planet and caring about being a good human being, it does matter inherently, just the act of caring, you know, even when you don't know what to do necessarily. I think that it informs so many of our decisions that I think it has more of an impact just to care than we might think.
Yeah. Love your neighbor.
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of ideas, things that I would support come from that. I'm having so much fun with you right now.
This is awesome. I love talking to you. So one of the reasons that Danny and I wanted to do a podcast is because we're just constantly having amazing conversations together. And it feels really, really good to share some of these ideas with the wider world and with our new parasocial friends.
Parasocial friends, we love you.
We do. And just as a little aside, like podcasts greatly affected both of our lives as people, and we've shared a little bit about that already on the show, and we will more. And I think this is such a great medium for having amazing conversations and sharing something that you might know a lot about that someone else doesn't, and someone else has a curiosity. It's such a good sharing method. And that's how humanity thrives. We thrive by sharing information and ideas with each other.
That's right. This is one of the most beautiful things that exists about the internet, the sharing of information. And we love it. Oh, God. I will say, though, to kind of go back to the previous question, like it was so interesting for me to discover that people are interested in learning about what happens in cults and what happens to the people that are a part of them. When I was leaving, I was completely convinced that no one wanted to hear about any of it. Like, really, I was convinced that no one would be interested, number one, and then number two, people would just be like, oh, well, that's just so fucking stupid. Like, you're just stupid for having believed that stuff, or like having been caught up in it, right? But
that makes sense.
But people, and I think that obviously that comes from the cult, right? Like the cult wants to make their believers scared about what other people think, like normal people in society think. But it's been one of the great surprises to discover that people are super kind and curious and inquisitive, and people like want to learn, but their curiosity comes from like a good place, not like a morbid or a cruel place, but like it comes from a good place. And it's been really cool. Yeah.
There's so much genuine curiosity about high control groups and situations. And I think it's partly because it's sort of universal. Like, again, there's a spectrum, and I think that all of us can relate on some level to having someone else have control over us or, you know, belittle us. Like, I think that it's also so scary, this idea of someone else having so much power over you. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many people are so curious about how you get sucked into a cult, what it's like when you're in it, and how you escape. Because I think we're all kind of aware that any one of us could have been born like you were into a group like this, which means that any person could be victim to something like this. And a lot of times people are victim to something like this just accidentally, like MLMs, multi-level marketing, you know, it's a similar, they use a lot of the same tactics, right?
Yeah.
And coercion techniques, and people fall for that all the time too. And so it's something that's so fascinating to talk about. And I know for me, I didn't get raised in anything like this, but I did experience various forms of coercion and manipulation, gaslighting, narcissistic abuse. So for me, like when you share about your group, I'm constantly relating to experiences that you had, even though mine were super different. And so many people out here have a lot of compassion and just want to support people that have gone through something as terrible as this. There are so many people that want to support survivors of high control groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a lot of people have experiences that are quite similar to just, you know, what people that were in cults went through. I think it's just because of course, cults are human systems set up by people that take advantage of other people. And so there are various types of situations like that. So, yeah, you can kind of get a sense of what it was like based on some of your own experiences. Oh.
And we're all in these human systems. Every single one of us.
Damn you, humans. Specifically human systems for evil.
Human systems for evil. Damn those. Humans are pretty great for other reasons. Yeah, I watched an interview recently with like a criminal psychologist who was talking about how something that he's learned in his work is that while there are a few like really bad people out there, the majority of people are good and kind and caring. And that coming from someone who literally works with the worst of the worst people and has like studied their psychology in order to try to catch them. Like that was what he has ultimately, after 40 years in the industry, like gotten from it, which I found wild. It wasn't like humans are horrible. You know, like you could imagine that the trauma of working as like a criminal psychologist who's working with, you know, really horrible cases, you could definitely like see humanity as being this terrible thing because you're being exposed to it. But I found it fascinating that he was like, at the end of the day, what I've really learned is like the majority of people are pretty good and like actually do stop to help a stranger, right? Like that is instinct. It's human instinct.
For anyone that is a current believing Jehovah's Witness, they think that everyone in the world is scary and kind of out to get them. Of course, they're like NPCs and they're simply tools of Satan. And their only point of existing is to kind of trip up currently believing JW. So like that was like a huge revelation for me, escaping the group. Just learning that the vast majority of people are good, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they make sure that you don't discover that by being super insular and like only hanging out with other current believing Jehovah's Witnesses. And then even within that group, they tell you, okay, now even though we're all good in this group, only hang out with the good ones, the strong ones. Like stay away from the people that are on the edges of the church, that aren't going to all the meetings, that aren't doing all the propagandizing.
Those weaklings.
Those weaklings. But yeah, like that was like a major revelation for me, just to learn that like, oh my God, like the vast majority of people are like really cool and really kind. And like, yeah, it's neat. Good job, everybody.
I've got another interview question here I want to ask you. It's a super interesting one to me. What are some of the things that you miss about being a Jehovah's Witness?
So I've thought about this a lot. One of the biggest draws to being a Jehovah's Witness is you instantaneously, when you join a congregation, you instantaneously have a tribe of about between like 80 to 120 people. Wow. Like with the snap of a finger. So if you're like kind of lonely or, you know, you don't have much of a social life or group, joining, boom, gets you like that many people. And they're also all instructed to widen out. And what that means, of course, is to like, you're supposed to reach out to people that you don't know very well, hang out with them, get to know them better. Of course, you know, and they're telling you, you're supposed to spend time like going out in the field service. That's like the way that you start getting to know people.
Is that the language they use? Widen out?
Widen out. Yeah, it's based on a scripture.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you are surrounded by a lot of human bodies, a lot of people. Like when you go there, of course, they're all trained to love bomb you, right? When you walk into a kingdom hall on a meeting night, like everyone is saying, hey, how are you? Shaking your hand, patting you on the back, smiling at you, all that stuff.
And especially if you're lonely or feeling really lost or like grieving something.
Yeah.
That sounds so nice. Like, and I've experienced that actually, like the few times I've gone to church. I don't think it's been quite as intense because people weren't like trained to widen.
Widen.
But yeah, like having people come up when you're a stranger and be like that is so enjoyable. It does. Yeah. It just feels good, and it meets like a really deep need for a community.
It does, and that is the trick. I think that's one of the major drawing points to this religion and probably others, is just like there's a lot of people that are told to hang out with you. Now, of course, this is a deal with the devil that you undertake, because there's a lot of weirdos that are Jehovah's Witnesses. So you ask yourself, okay, if there's like 120 people there, are they the best of the best? Are they like superintendents of schools? Are they lawyers, doctors, professors? And the short answer is absolutely fucking not. No. Like they're, not everything about your personality comes from a profession, of course, but like they're just people that are just kind of lazy, and people that just kind of suck, and that people that are just willing to, believe supernatural things, without evidence or without criticism. So like they're not good, like they're not great people. You're not getting the cream of the crop in there. But, you get like the warm bodies and the smiles and the handshakes. But, that's the thing, is that you're not getting like good quality friendships, because nothing like a relationship inside of the walls of a Kingdom Hall is not based on like your character as a person. Like it's not based on your kindness or your humor or your ability to like socialize or inspire people or whatever. It's all based upon this shared belief, this shared delusion, right? Like, oh, if you reinforce my, supernatural claims, then I will like associate with you. And then of course, just the fact that it can all be taken away at the drop of a hat, like that just tells you that those relationships were paper thin to begin with, right? So it's a funny thing to kind of miss that. Like I'm very much a people person, and I get energized by being in a crowd of 100 people. Like I like doing a lap and like shaking hands and saying hi and smiling and being like, oh my God, how are you? I haven't seen you in a little while. Like that fills my battery. And I do miss that. But I will say, like with our small friend group, we've been in our new town, Missoula, Montana, our favorite town in the world. We've been in, quick aside, I think Missoula, Montana is the greatest small city in the world, and we need to get out more. But I love it. I just love it. But anyway,
I don't know, maybe it's high up on the list in the U.S.
It's the greatest small to medium city in the Pacific Northwest, not counting Washington and Idaho. Huh?
Okay, I don't know. We really like it.
We're not counting Oregon, I guess, either. We love it. I love it here. Yeah. I seriously love it. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I went to the congregation here in Missoula, right? And it was about that size. And when I moved away, for different reasons, like I didn't maintain any of the like relationships that I had like made here, even though I was one of those people. I was a good boy. I did all the things that I was supposed to. I widened out, like I would take time to like meet people of different ages, different like stages in their life, like parents, like younger people, whatever. I would just game to like hang out with anyone and try to do stuff. But yeah, it all just kind of vanished. Anyway, here's the point. Since we've been here over a year, like we are growing our community, and I love the people that we have in our orbit. And I have just this whole new idea for making friends and kind of having a social life, like we saw this thing on social media recently. That's like this campfire idea, where instead of the idea being that you need to have a relationship with everyone that you meet forever and ever and ever, and anything that is not that is a failure. Instead of that, with this campfire idea, it's like you're tending to a campfire and you're inviting people over. The warmth, your warmth draws them in. Maybe they're going to hang out just for a little bit, maybe just for a drink and then go. And then maybe they're going to like hang out all through the night until the embers extinguish, and then they'll come to you the next time. And that has been really cool, just to like be our fun, friendly selves. And the most wonderful people have just been coming back and showing up for us. And it's been really stinking cool to like make friendships that are built upon like, I would say character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shared values.
Oh my God.
Which is very different from shared beliefs.
Yes. Oh, It's so different. Yeah.
Beliefs, to me, one of the ways to describe the difference is like belief feels very surface level. It's like you can answer the question, do you believe in this? Yes. okay, great. Like, we're good to go. As opposed to values are deep and complex, and there's different ways to share those values and express those values. But like for us, a main value of ours is kindness. It's super important. Like, if people are going to be close to me in my life, I need them to be kind, and I will in return be kind to them. Like, and that's very different from nice.
Yes. Like, oh yeah, that's amazing.
Kindness is it's a way that your spirit is, I feel like. It's it's respect, it's respect, and it's softness. It's saying I'm choosing to see the good in other people, and you can still have good boundaries and be kind. You can be kind to yourself. And again, it's complicated. It's like a complex topic we could discuss, and that's partly what makes it a value. It has depth. I don't just have to say, oh yeah, I totally believe that too. And then, oh great, now you're in. Yeah, right, you're an insider now. We have definitely really both been experiencing what community feels like. And I really want to continue to grow secular community and non-religious community. I was going to say the library, and then I was like, I love the library. We love the freaking library. And there is a sense of community there because there's people going for a shared purpose. A lot of community can be built out of that. But there isn't necessarily a lot of interaction between people. But
yep. One thing I want to share is someone who is a current believing Jehovah's Witness might be thinking about leaving and then asking, oh my gosh, how do I find community, make friends?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. And that is a tough thing. So, I would say just do what I do and what I've seen a lot of other people do. It's basically kind of like discover who you are. Like, pay attention to your interests and things that you like and start there. So if you love golf, for instance, go golfing. Like, try to meet people on the golf course. Try to make some golf buddies, and like, that is a really kind of fertile way to at least initially meet people. And then, like, from there, you can see if you like have shared values and stuff. Because, like, especially if you're into something, it tends to attract people that are also into the same thing. And that probably there's a lot of other values that are like comorbid with those fun things. Yeah, it's not the right word, but I loved it. I like to sneak that word in anywhere that I can. Other good comorbidities, No, kind of like, how like with skateboarding, like if you're a skater, like a lot of the skaters also like to smoke pot. Sure. It's just kind of it is what it is. Like, there's that comorbidity. Sure. Yeah. And like, I think it's going to be the same, like with lots of other various interests. If you're into like sports or whatever, like explore those worlds, go into those communities and try to meet some people. Yeah. Like, I would say I got to meet a lot of people when I went to school, when I went back to school, when I went to community college. I got to meet some fun, cool people. Yeah. We ended up having like a lot of shared values and stuff. I like joined different clubs when I was in school. Yeah. Find your interests and then find the people in those interests. And it's a great place to start. Yeah.
And you can always explore and discover your interests by just trying things.
Yes.
That's the other thing. So like, I think a lot of times we are hard on ourselves and we're like, well, I don't know what I want to do. That's okay. There's like, you can go try things and then see if you liked it or not.
Yeah.
It's really that easy. You are allowed to try things, and you're also allowed to not like it or not want to continue. It's okay if it was just a short-term experience. That is 100% okay. And it doesn't mean you failed at learning that skill or trying that new hobby because it didn't become your lifelong passion.
Yeah.
You can just try and take a cooking class. Or I definitely think classes and learning experiences, there is something really magical about people that go to learn new things tend to be more open to new relationships as well. And it's such a good place to meet people and make community and spend time, in a study group outside of class. Even just going to a community college for a single class in welding or clay, taking a painting class. It's a really, really good way to not only discover something about yourself, but also to meet other people that could be your friends. And I will also say, it's so different from the experience of you walk into church and suddenly there's like 100 people that want to talk to you.
Or just like fucking love bombing you left and right.
Exactly.
Like, hi, how are you? Yeah, those, you're not going to get a friend out of that.
Ultimately, those are shallow relationships. And what truly satisfies the soul of a human being is deeper connections.
Yeah.
And being seen for who you actually are and being loved and appreciated for who you are.
Yeah, like when a free and cool, autonomous human being looks at you and says, wow, that person's cool. I want to spend some time with them. And when they have nothing to gain from you and they choose to spend time with you, that is a very pure and beautiful thing. And that was like a discovery for me. It really was.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I want to spend time with you, if you didn't already know that.
Oh, my love.
But yeah, something else that I will say about building community is it doesn't take very many people to join your little world and say, you're pretty cool, let's keep hanging out, for that to become a lot of people. Because every single person has their own people. And it's kind of like you meet one person, then you also meet their friends, and you meet those friends' friends. And I feel like a lot of times we think it's impossible because we're hoping for 100 new friends. We're like, the only way to feel like I have community is to make a ton of friends. How am I going to do that? It feels like this huge task. You don't have to do that. People lead to more people lead to more people. So meeting that one person that becomes your friend that you go out for coffee with once a week, or you go to a class, they might lead you to a whole nother network of people. And that's kind of what has happened to us. We've made a lot of our new friends from just meeting one person.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we have to make it more achievable. It's small steps. It's one person at a time. And that one person saying, I like you, let's spend more time together, is so much more valuable than a whole church full of people that will throw you out the door the second that you express something that they don't approve of.
That's right. It's paper thin, conditional love that is not worth having. Yeah. Cultivate those deep friendships. Oh, God. It's so good. Yes.
I like the word cultivate because it has cult in it, and we should probably use it in some of our merch somehow.
That's a good idea.
Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap up this episode. It's been awesome to get back in the podcasting seats. My butt is on podcasting fire. That's not a saying, but I want to do this.
A fire is lit under our little booties.
That's right.
To do more podcasting.
Hell yeah.
It's been so much fun. I'm so happy that we're getting back into it. I feel like life has just kind of settled down a little bit to the point where we have the bandwidth to do this some more.
Yeah, dude. Podcasting is surprisingly hard, but it's super rewarding. And anyways, you make this possible, person with ears that is currently listening. So we love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next week, for real.
Thank you for listening. We love you. Bye.
Bye.